What's going on, everybody? We are back, baby. It's raining outside. Let me show y'all how bad it is out here. Bow! This is what we're looking at. But it don't matter. Rain, sleet, hell, snow. We're still showing up, and I expect you all to do the same. So you know what today is. Today's our body weight, all calisthenics. You don't need anything but that beautiful, strong body of yours to put in work. That's it. It's all calisthenics, all body weight. The current program, we're running for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I say again, 6 weeks, all right? Give yourself time to adapt to the program. If you're constantly changing the movements, you're not gonna get anywhere with that. So keep the same movements in play. It's all calisthenics, focusing on how to get better with the handstand, or my personal goal, a handstand push-up, off the wall, of course. So these are all movements dedicated to that. I hope that you guys can get something from the video, learn something, and more importantly, go apply it in your program or in your life to really get something out of it. But all right, enough chit chat. Oh, and I do have a surprise for y'all. I totally forgot. Stay to the end of the video so y'all understand what I'm talking about. All right, enough chit chat. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, bow. Damn, looking back at the footage, it's not even raining outside. There's only a couple of droplets and whatnot. But I promise, wherever you're watching this in the world right now, it is raining in SoCal, all right? Take my word for it. Look at the video. It's just on and off. This will be a voiceover, just because I know you guys love my voiceovers. So that's what I'm going to give y'all today. And in all honesty, Germ couldn't make it in today, so we had to go solo, man. That's just what we have to do sometimes. I'm still running the same program I did last week. It started off last week. This is week number 2, and I'm going to keep this in play for 4 to 6 weeks. There are some similar movements, of course, from last week with some progressions and some additional movements as well. Still all focusing on the same movement pattern and the ultimate goal, which is to get that freaking handstand push-up off of the wall and just mastering each individual movement. It's just like anything in life. Break it up into steps and take the necessary steps to get you from that point A to point B. It's like they tell you guys, when you see somebody on top of a mountain, their ass didn't just appear at top of the mountain, right? They worked their ass up there, whether it was walking, crawling, running, whatever. So all I'm doing right now is just getting real comfortable at transferring load from one side of my body to the other and seeing how my body accepts the load. So make sure you guys practice these for sure. These are a must. Push up to pike up. I love these. This is a lot harder if you keep the toes pointed, meaning like the forefront of the foot. I'm not doing it that way just because I'm not at that level. So again, scale everything to your level and work your way up from there. Visualize your hips moving up to the sky when you guys do these. Keeping the core nice and tight, of course, not letting the hips sag or dip because that'll stress the hell out of the lower back. So for those, you guys can also use towels or sliders. But make sure it's on a hardwood surface. You don't want carpet, obviously, because that's going to lock you up. And that's no good for nobody. All right, so we're moving on to the next one. Takeoffs. These I showed you guys in my last video. Let's see how far we've progressed. Always start with the most demanding movements first. I did the harder version right here. I'm still not at the level where I can do it straight up from the floor, so I still am using elevation. But this is much harder than the blue blocks, which you'll see right now. So these are a little higher, making it a little easier. And over time, I'm just trying to reduce the space between my hands and that floor. Ultimately, the goal is to do this from the floor. If anyone's curious about this, I'm doing 2 rounds of everything, 8 to 12 reps, kind of the sweet spot, again, for muscle growth and really just strength in general. I love these L-sit slides. Notice my hands too. I have them clenched in fist. Get creative with it. Whatever you need to do, you do. Play around with your body, find what works for you, and just do that. Shoulder taps to a lateral walk on the wall. Again, I've done these activities before, but I'm just progressing. I'm getting better with them, getting more and more comfortable, and really understanding how my body should be set up in relation to the space around me whenever it is that I'm doing these movements. So do the same thing with your movements. Either regress them or progress them based off of what it is that you're trying to do. In between the sets, I like to do a little bit of mobility just to keep the blood flow. I'm not doing anything static where I'm holding the position, right? I'm just, again, simply reinforcing blood flow to certain areas. Right now, it's just my wrist flexors, so I'm moving around the hands in every and all direction that I possibly can.
And again, playing around with it, fists, open hands, fingers, whatever.
Just like that, we are right back to where we started. Ground zero. We're all done with the program. We're all done with today's training session. Make sure you guys put in the work, train hard, eat right. And the surprise I was talking about, man, this is the clue right here. Bow, bow, bow. If you guys have ever done boxing or you want to do boxing, you know what I'm talking about. Get at me. I think I'm gonna start teaching a boxing class. I'm currently a personal trainer. I do a lot of personal training, but it's time to, I guess, broaden the horizon, right? So I think we're gonna be starting a boxing clinic, a boxing club pretty soon. So y'all be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, hold yourself accountable to what you need to do, right? Put in the work, put in the effort. Nobody's gonna do it for you. That's it. Y'all get out of here. Have a beautiful day. We'll see y'all next weekend.